We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong. In every comment, right?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are going dark and moody today, and we are going to make some nightlights. I thought that this would be really cool, so we're going to use some UV resin. We are going to use some of this gorgeous gothic style washi tape in like dark kind of sapphire-ish midnight blues and these deep dark reds. And then we are also going to do the black moon washi tape that I've had. Now I have had it on my channel before, but instead of doing it like we did it before in my last video where we used colored transparent resin, we are going straight block glitter. So I picked out some glitters. First, before I do anything with resin, I am going to just clean off each one of these nightlights with some isopropyl alcohol. And now I'm just going to take some UV resin, and today I'm using BeeBeeCraft's UV resin, and I am going to mix my glitter straight into it. Now for this one, and this is going to be for the blue rose, I am using Lrisy's, I think it's called the Traffic Gray, and it's kind of like a mixed chunk glitter in like it's gray. So we're going to use that today now because I don't want the back to be clear. So I want it straight glitter, right? But obviously, because glitter's glitter, it's not going to be, there's going to be spots where the clear is going to show through. So I don't want that clear. So I am adding just one single drop of black alcohol ink by Let's Resin into my mix, mixing it up really well. And now we are just going to go and take my Scribe and go all the way around the edges with this, just kissing the edges of it. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is this ever going to cure? Because the UV light needs to penetrate all the way through to the backside to cure it properly the way it's supposed to. And how are you going to do that when you have the glitter packed in so chunky? Well, it's kind of almost an illusion. So it looks like it's super opaque, right? Like you can't really see that box through there where I've put the glitter on, but two reasons why this is going to work. One, you can actually kind of see through it. Like there's a lot of space where a lot of light can still get through. So don't fret. Our night lights are still going to shine. You'll see. And two, because these lights are clear on the back side, I can cure them from both ways. Now, if they were anything that was not transparent, that I couldn't cure it from the backside, I don't think I would do it like this, just because that UV resin wouldn't cure completely. And, you know, I don't want it to come off or anything to happen and the resin seep through like it can happen if it's not cured. So because it's a clear surface that we're putting it on, it'll be fine. We're just going to cure it 2 minutes on each side just for now. Now will cure it longer once we are completely finished and I put the top coat on. I'll go for a full 5 minutes just to make sure that there are no issues whatsoever. All right, so we've got the first one done. Now it's time for the second one. Now this one, it's just a mixed chunky black glitter, and I'm again adding one drop of alcohol ink to it, and we're going to do the same thing. For the third one, I am going to do it a little differently because I didn't want to go straight black with it. I didn't want to go straight blue with it because it does have some blue in the moons. So what I want to do is I'm going to mix my sapphire blue fine glitter and a little bit of this black chunky glitter together to kind of give us almost like a midnight blue type effect that will work well for the sky of the moon. And that's pretty much it for this part. After we're done curing each and every one of these, then we're going to go ahead and start figuring out how we want to add our washi tape, what images we want to put on there, and all of that good stuff. It's a simple project. It's not that hard, but the results are absolutely fantastic. Like these turn out so, so lovely. I really, really, really enjoy doing these night lights like a lot, a lot. And it's just a lot of fun. Like there's so many different ways and that you can customize them to make them your own to fit any room that you want them to be in, whether it be by adding in little, 3D characters or stickers or rhinestones or any of it. Like there's just so much that you can do with it. All right, last one is about ready to go under the light. Here, just going to pop some bubbles with my lighter and make sure that it is touching all the way around the edges. I don't want it to shrink back. Now, when I cure these, I am doing it high up away from my item so that the resin doesn't shrink as much and I don't get any wavy lines on it. And then I just kept it there the entire time that I was curing it, and I had no issues whatsoever. All right, time to pick our images. So there was a couple flowers that, not that I disliked this one, but that I liked a little bit more just for the mood that I was kind of feeling with these. However, I didn't want to go super, super like straight dark just because I do need some kind of like just to counterbalance it a little bit and make it so that it's not completely just blended into that background, because it is very, very close as far as color wise. I mean, obviously I know it's gray and we're working with blue. This gray does have a slight blue tinge to it, but it fits the mood. And we're gonna do some other stuff just to bring these flowers out just a little bit more after everything is said and done, and we've got everything picked out and whatever, just to kind of highlight them a little bit. And I think it looks lovely. You can see the images. Now, if I had just used straight blue, it would be a lot harder to see it. And I realized that on camera, it's kind of like you can see it, but you can see it a lot more in person than you can on camera. Now, the roses, there are so many that I wanted to use, but again, I do feel that I needed to use something that had a little bit of a white or just a lighter color red. I really wanted to go the super dark red route, but I thought that it would just get lost too much in that black. So we are going to go slightly lighter that has a lighter edge around it, just to kind of separate the background from the foreground just a little bit, and cut them down to size so we don't have so much of that excess plastic just kind of hanging out there to see. And guys, the Scribe is now my favorite tool ever. You know, if you've watched any of my videos where I deal with any kind of sticker that I have to take the backing off of it, I struggle something horrible with it. Well, I had a light bulb moment, and I realized that probably every one of you already realized this, and I'm just a little bit behind. But I took my craft blade and sliced a little bit of the back so I could kind of try and separate it, right? The Scribe works beautifully. Once you kind of, if you can get that edge lifted up just a little bit, that Scribe slides under there, and I didn't have to fight with like any of them but the first one before, because then I realized that I could do this. It's like my favorite tool now, like for real. Now I just have to remember the next time that I use it that this is this is what I need to do to make my life so much easier. All right, so onto the moon. Now, hindsight, I wish I would have used the moon that is on the left of the one that I'm choosing right now, because of the kind of almost cloudy like appearance that it has behind there. And I thought that it would be a lot better. I don't know. I wish I would have used that one. It would have stood out just a little bit more. This one does kind of get lost in there, and that is unfortunate. You can still see it, and we're gonna help it out a little bit, but I think the other one would have been better. But anyway, I mean, you live, you learn, you move on. So that's just, this is what we're going to go with. Now, I did decide that aside from just the moon itself, I want to add a few more of the little stars and whatnots that are part of the image just around the edges of it, just to kind of bring it out a little bit more. Unfortunately, I did it. You can only see it like certain ways that the actual nightlight is being held or you're looking up against the light. So it was kind of almost a waste of time to do it. But again, this one I would have done a lot differently. I still love the blue, like the kind of midnight blue background that I have on there. I just think that I should have chose that other image as opposed to this one. But I really like this one, so I wanted to use it, and you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so we're going to get these last couple of pieces on, and then what I'm going to do is to highlight and bring out some of these images and make them just stand out a little bit more and just add a little bit more yumminess to them. I am going to take a silver, very fine tipped paint pen and a gold one. The gold that I'm gonna use is more of like a bronzy type gold. It's not like your 24 karat bright in your face gold. It's more kind of like a darkened gold because I thought that that would just look better overall. And I'm just going to highlight certain areas like on the flowers. I'm just going to go over the tips of the petals just to kind of nothing like super crazy. And I don't want to do too much because the flowers are on the smaller side, right? Like the images are smaller. I don't want to do so much that I'm losing the effect of the moodiness that I'm going for because that is what I want out of these pieces. I want them to be like more gothic style, more dark, more moody type pieces. So I don't want to do too much of the highlighting, but I do want to do enough that it is going to cause that separation, make these flowers stand out a little bit more. Same thing with the other flowers and the moon. And then we are going to top coat after this just to seal everything in nicely. And then after we're done doing that, we are going to add some more detail to it just to make them a little bit more special, a little bit more just bam, and go from there. I do want to state one thing real quick before I bounce off for a minute. These paint pens that I'm using, I got them from Temu. I don't know what brand they are. It was the whole reason I got them is because they're supposed to be fine tipped for one. Two, it was supposed to have a rose gold, which I don't have a fine tipped rose gold paint pen. So I really wanted that. And it gave several different shades of gold and a silver one. And I thought that they would be really well for my detail work like this, right? So I got them and they are complete and utter garbage. Do not, for those of you that order from Temu, do not purchase those. And again, I'm sorry, I can't find a brand name or anything off of them. And for me, all of my stuff that I've ordered off of Temu here lately, everything is saying that it's sold out and I can't get links for anything, so I can't even get into it. I don't know what's going on ever since this whole tariff situation in the US. Like anything that Temu is just, it's completely different now for at least for me. I don't know about for anyone else, but anytime I look up everything has been sold out like immediately as soon as I had purchased it right before all this stuff happened. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. But if you see them, do not waste your time. Half of them, including the rose gold one that I really wanted, I can't, there's like no ink in it at all. So I can't even, it doesn't even work. So, and then, like I said, absolute just garbage, garbage, garbage. Don't waste your money on them. All right, back to what I'm doing. So now it's just time for the top coat again. Going on there. Now you do need to be careful because of that first coat. Our edges are a little bit rounded and you don't want to put too much on so that it's just going to slide off and go down the side. On I think it's this one here. I did have one little drip that dripped down. No, it's the blue one. I had one little drip that dripped down and I I'm just going to leave it. It's on the bottom and it's not like super crazy noticeable. I don't want to try and get it to come off because I'm worried that by doing that, I will loosen the other layers that are actually on the face of the nightlight and ruin it or pull it away from the plastic. So I'm just gonna leave that be. Again, it's on the bottom. You can't really see it, so it's fine. Now, if it was colored, maybe that would be a different story, but just clear, it's fine. Anyway, so top coats are done. Now it's time to accessorize these a little bit more. So we are just gonna go with some rhinestones and just bling them out just a little bit, make them a little bit more special and interesting. And at this point now, I'm going to bounce off, put some music on for you guys, and I will be back when we are ready to wrap things up.
Dark blue roses on my tree. A black moon whispers secrets untold with gold highlights. Its beauty unfolds.
All right, so finishing touches on this last one, and then we are done. All in all, I love the way that they turned out, and I think that they are fantastic. I love them a lot. Let me know what you think, which one's your favorite. And that is a wrap on this one, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you on Tuesday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Blue elephant is strong. Together we belong. In every comment, right? You lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue elephant crew.